right, folks, another beautiful day here in Northeast Tennessee. So thankful to be here, folks. You are looking at the ultimate do-it-yourself 2-bucket or 10-gallon grease trap. Now you can use this for your home, for your restaurant. I know that sounds crazy using this for a restaurant, but it would work. Outdoor kitchen, the gray water system for your RV. Oh yeah, you can use this, folks, and it works excellent. Now, I'm going to tear this all apart. This isn't nothing permanent. That's why we got it sitting on a table. That's why we've got a water hose in it, running water, and that's my ultimate tea, folks. 2 bags of organic green tea. So nothing's glued. So anyway, folks, 2 5-gallon buckets. All of the pipe and all of the fittings are 2-inch. 2-inch pipe, 2-inch fittings. Now, folks, I used a 2 1/4 inch hole saw. 2 1/4 inch hole saw to drill my holes, and there are 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, you can count. I knew you could count. Now, once you put your pipe in the holes, you're going to be better off caulking. Now, you don't have to caulk, especially if this is buried in the dirt. You can bury this in the dirt as deep as you want it. Just make sure you've got a lid on it, folks. Got to have a lid on it. You need a lid on it regardless. This might be under your sink or sitting outside your house or your outdoor kitchen or your camper or whatever the case may be. You need to keep a lid on it. So you need to either foam, although there's a teeny crack here, just a teeny crack, you still need to foam it or caulk it. Foam it or caulk it around every hole, and make sure you have a lid. Now that lid can just set on there. You don't have to pound it on and do all that. You just set it on there, and if you don't think it's sealed good, well then set a rock on top of it, and that will be fine. All right, folks, now remember this as well. Now we're fixing to go over everything here, but remember this. Gravity. Water always flows downhill. It never flows uphill. Although this is flowing uphill teeny bit, folks. I got it messed up there, but it's still working. Anyway, so 2 1/4 inch hole saw. The pipe fits right in there. Just a tiny little crack, and there's 4 holes. Gravity, water flows downhill, folks. And so your first hole will be your highest hole. And then this hole will be a little lower. And then this hole here will be even lower. And then this one, being your last hole, will be the lowest hole. Understand that? Got that? Think about it for a minute. All right, folks, so we've got water running in, as you can see. And then we have water running out. Can you see that? Water's running out. And it goes out right here, where you see, goes through the pipe and comes in here and goes out, exits the whole system right there. Can't see it, folks, but it's there. Remember, folks, gravity. So you can drill this hole and then make sure this one is a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inches lower than this one. A 1/2 inch, 1 inch. 1 inch is good for this, for a 5-gallon bucket. Even a 1/2 inch is okay. And then do this one about a 1/2 inch lower than this one. and then do this one about a ½ inch or an inch lower than this one. Got it? All right, let me explain the tees to you. Now this is a sanitary tee. This is a sanitary tee. All of it is 2 inch. We don't want to put a tee here because this being a grease trap, well, guess what? It's going to get clogged up all the time. See how that's flowing in? Well, the grease will just hit. Let's act like this tee is over here. The grease will just hit here and build up and build up and build up. I mean, in no time. And you will have a clog, folks. And we don't want that. So we let this freely just flow right in. Well, you can back it up if you want. It doesn't have to come in that far. All right, so here's the water level right here. And that is at the very bottom of this pipe right here. The water level is. So every time a drop goes in, a drop is going out into this bucket. And then every time a drop comes in to this bucket, a drop goes out and exits the whole system. All right, so 2 inches, the water level is 2 inches higher than the bottom of this sanitary tee down in here. And so that way water exits this from 2 inches lower than the surface. Because listen, folks, grease and food particles and that sort of thing, they float on the surface. And so you're getting what we call clear water down here coming up right here, and then going out. So you got clear water down here because everything's floating on top. You got clear water coming up and then going out. Same thing over here. The water's coming in, and every time a drop comes in, a drop goes out. But you can see how everything's floating on top here. See all this plastic stuff? That's from me drilling holes. See all that? See all of it? That's what grease does. It just kind of floats on top there. That's it, folks. Super simple. Gravity, grease and food particles and that sort of thing, even toilet paper and all floats on top, stays on top, floats on top, stays on top, and you're getting what we call clear water from up under here. Now you can put a little extension on here, 2 inches, 1 inch, 3 inches, but you got to be careful because the bucket's not deep. That's how deep it is right there. See that? And so you don't want to extend that down too far. Myself, I would leave it right where it's at. I wouldn't put an extension on this. And that is because it's a 5-gallon bucket. All right, so we foam or caulk these cracks. We foam or caulk these cracks. Foam or caulk, foam or caulk. Now you can bury this as deep as you want. Or you can bury it and just leave the lid right above the grade there. Easy access. That's what you want with this. You want easy access. Now listen. This is a 2-inch coupling. This is a 2-inch coupling. You don't have to have that because you've got a coupling on the sanitary tee that your pipe slides into. The only reason I did the coupling is because I put a 2-inch piece of pipe in here and had it poking out to right here. And that way when I put this coupling on here, I smashed those two together and made it very tight, made it very sturdy. And you don't have to do that. That is not something you have to do. You can just run your straight pipe right all the way through from your sanitary tee, run the pipe from here all the way through into here. You can do that. Same with this. You can do it that way. No trouble. What else, folks? Anything else here? I'm wasting a lot of water to make you guys this video. Now you can do a 1-bucket system. Check out my other video of the homemade grease trap for your retreat property. The homemade grease trap for your retreat property. Just Google it and you'll see. You can do just a 1 bucket but I like the 2 bucket system. I think that I think it would just clean it better. Any particles that got through here more than likely aren't going to make it through there. Yeah. She's a beauty, folks. She's a beauty. See how everything floats on top. See how everything floats on top. That's what grease does. That's what corn does. That's what peas and beans and meat, that's what all that does. It'll float on top. Now, if you're going to do this, you're going to want to have a shop vac that is designated just for this and nothing else. I promise you that, folks. I'm gonna say that again. You need to listen real good. If you do this system, and some of you will, some of you already have, if you do this system, you need to have a shop vac and probably at least a 5-gallon shop vac. I would go for the 10 or maybe even a 12. I'd go for the 10 because this doesn't hold 5 gallons of water. It's about 4, maybe 4.25 gallons in there. So you can get a 10-gallon shop vac designated just for grease. Because, folks, it is going to stink. The shop vac is going to always stink, especially when you crank it up. And it's always going to be greasy. You can't get the grease out of it. So it's designated just for this. But you'll be able to clean this out and suck this out and clean it and then spray some degreaser in there and clean it again with the shop vac, keeping it in place. You'll be able to do that. And you'll be able to clean it real good. And never have to move it. Never have to touch anything. The 10-gallon 2-bucket grease trap, folks, for your retreat property, for your cabin, for your house, for your restaurant, your outdoor kitchen, but it's also for a gray water system. Picture the wash machine and the lint staying in here. Hair and soap from the bathtub, the shower, staying right in here. Corn and peas and all that other stuff that ends up in the sink and going down the drain stays right in here, floats on top, can't get out, impossible for it to get out. Yeah. Grease, impossible for it to get out, stays right in here. And then what's left? Clear water. That is, yeah, that's what's left. No worrying about bugs and gnats and that sort of thing. Let's say you're the gray water system for your RV, and you're letting this just float up on the ground. This gray water ain't gonna hurt nothing because you got all the solid in here. Yeah. Well, it's floating up out of the ground about 20 foot from the camper. Guess what? There's not going to be gnats. With the food and the grease, there's going to be gnats. With the toothpaste, there's going to be gnats. But all of that stays in this. All of it stays in this. And so, yeah, there's no gnats. There's no flies. Yeah, you might have mosquitoes. Anyway, folks, makes an excellent gray water system for sure. Now, if you're going to bury this and do a gray water system, you can actually add another bucket to this and fill that bucket up with maybe a layer of, your first layer be some charcoal, second layer being coal, and then a thin layer of rock, and you can have this flow right into it. And then have you exit at the bottom with a screen on it inside, the screen inside, and have you exit at the bottom. And then you would have some very clean water. Maybe we'll do a video and we'll do that. Anyway, folks, check out the video of the 3-bucket water filtration system. And then check my video out of the 3-barrel, 3 55-gallon drums, the 3-barrel septic tank system. It's a decent video. Water's coming in. Water's going out. Now look, I've got this. Your water's not going to come in like this. It's just not. And I've got the hose in there. She's pushing pretty hard, and so it's shooting it in. I've got this at a sharp angle, and so more than likely your stuff isn't going to come in that strongly. More than likely it's going to come in about like that. If something gets through here, this is going to catch it. Anyway, folks, the ultimate do-it-yourself 2-bucket, 10-gallon grease trap. Gray water system. We'll see you.